We sailed into Nassau on the MSC Magnifica on a beautiful morning. And we always love coming into Nassau because there's always an array of different ships to see in port. We were really shocked to be able to see the Icon of the Seas, which is the new Royal Caribbean ship, and right now it's the largest in the world. It just happened to be in port that day as they were kind of doing a test cruise for some of the executives from Royal Caribbean. So we got to take a little peek. Well, good morning, everyone. This is our day 4, and we are in Nassau today. So we're gonna go get some breakfast at the buffet, and then in a little while, after we take some time to do our recording of our tour, we're gonna be going into port with our friends and checking out some things. So stay tuned, we're gonna check out Nassau today. Nice view today, huh? How are you liking your food?
I like the fruit. It's really fresh, really tasteful.
Fruit's good, isn't it? It's got good flavor.
Yep, really good.
I'm gonna try this Nutella pizza with strawberries on it. They also had one with fried eggs on top.
Was it fried eggs?
I think it was some kind of egg. Anyway, we have a great view for breakfast today again. We love sitting out here on the aft. Right outside the buffet, it's quiet. A lot of people don't know about it. And the lines aren't as bad right inside.
Right.
After breakfast, we filmed our tour of the ship, which you probably saw last week. If you didn't, go back and catch that video. And we happened to see some people having a lot of fun up on deck, playing games and things. Whew, and it was after lunch, so we got excited to get a treat before we headed out into Nassau.
Hi!
Yes!
We'll take 2 swirl cones.
2 swirl cones. Hello.
Thank you
There you
so
go.
much.
Thanks!
Have a good day too.
How's your ice cream cone?
Good. It's nice and cold in this kind of weather. It's really good. Super impressed.
Good flavor. Good ice cream. Getting off the ship, the first thing we noticed was the various ships that were in port and how they compared in size to the MSC Magnifica. The Icon of the Seas sure is a huge ship and almost dwarfs the Celebrity Beyond parked next to it. So we thought, why not? We'll walk over there and take a look. And we did. It was just kind of fun to see just how humongous the ship was and to have our picture taken. And then it was time to walk into the new port in Nassau that was built recently. We just love this screen that's got just amazing 3D graphics of different sea creatures. as you step into the port, you can see there's a directory that shows you where everything is and how to get there. There's a nice museum and also a taxi stand if you need to get a taxi for any reason. And you can know that this port is really safe. They've got really high security and everything, so you're safe coming here shopping. Lots of shopping. Different, souvenirs and things, different food stands, drink stands, and traditional Bahamas type foods and what have you, including conch fritters if you want to give them a try. Or how about a drink in a coconut or a pineapple? And of course, the traditional hair braiding, if you want to get your hair braided. And there's even music to listen to.
Oh yeah, big bonds. Welcome to Nassau, Bahamas, guys.
There are several places where you can just kind of chill, have a treat or a drink, and just relax and enjoy the day. There's also a brand new amphitheater. We have not seen any concerts here yet, but it's there and I'm sure they're going to use it at some point. Now, if you want to come to the end of the new port area, you can see that there is a smaller port where smaller boats sometimes come for different tours and things to pick up passengers. And then if you want to actually leave the port area, it's right to the left here. And you can go out onto the streets of Nassau. Now, once you leave these gates, the security, of course, is much lower. You're on your own pretty much. So you do need to use caution and be very careful. We did notice some prices in the stores were much lower here. So if you're looking for cheap souvenirs, this might be, a place to come if you just want a good deal. And some good food and drinks here as well. Again, you just need to be careful. I would only go places where people are. If you're with other people, you're probably fine. But just don't go off on any streets where you're going to be by yourself. Now, one of our favorite places to go outside the port is the Bearded Clam. The Bearded Clam is kind of a unique bar. And they have dollar bills that people have signed all over the ceiling and walls. So it's kind of fun to look at those. And some really good drinks. There's also free internet here if you want to just use their internet. But this is a great place to come and just get a cheap beer from the Bahamas and give that a try, which is what we usually like to do. I will say that outside the port area, there is a lot of pressure to buy things, a lot of haggling with the different vendors, especially if you come to the traditional straw market.
Only for you. You want to get a price on the bag, lady? All bag, hello?
No, thank you. We already bought one.
Kids and adults sizes on your t-shirt and sweatshirt.
What size? What size? 69. Come lady.
As we walked back to the ship, we happened to notice that the Icon of the Seas was pulling out of port on her way back to Miami. All right, we just got back from Nassau and exploring a little bit and trying out their local beer again.
Yep.
At the Bearded Clam.
Yep.
But we have to get up to the going away party, the kind of the farewell that they're having up on by the pool deck right now. So we're gonna head up there for a little bit. So Ron got gelato.
This gelato, Vermont hazelnut.
Yep. Hazelnut,
A lot of-
hazelnut. A
lot of flavor.
hazelnuts in there. And I got the Cremino. I hope you can hear this. It's got some hazelnuts and chocolate. Yum.
Really tastes really good. It's like hazelnut.
So we're sitting here listening to the going away party. So busy out there, we couldn't really find a seat. So we're in here eating gelato. It's the Venti gelato. It's so good. Yum. Really good. Look at that chocolate fudge in there. Here we are way up high on the ship and we're waiting for the sunset. We're gonna have a good view. And behind us you can see
Nassau.
Nassau.
The new port.
The new port is right there. And
There's the
all
sunset.
the way over there. There's the new amphitheater. So we got a good view.
Yep.
Sail away.
Pretty.
Goodbye, Nassau. Off into the sunset. Dinner in the main dining room was Italian night, and the menu looked amazing. But we opted to eat at the buffet just because we wanted to see the sail away out of Nassau. Many of the choices on the buffet were also Italian, lots of fresh pastas and some of the same desserts. How was it, Ron?
Really good. I love the beans. It's got onions on it.
Yeah.
Really flavor.
Couscous?
Yep. That's good. And I like the pasta. It's got some sweet spice in there. It's got good kick to
It's got a little red pepper or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. We're gonna go back. We're trying to wait for some garlic pasta. We're kind of in a pasta mood tonight.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Really good.
singers, our dancers, our artists, the cast of A Circus Story.
It was so hard to believe that our cruise on the MSC Magnifica was coming to an end. We happened to wake up really early as we were just pulling into Miami, and how exciting it was to be able to see all the lights. We noticed the new cruise port that's being built for MSC, which is getting closer and closer to being done, and it looks like it's going to be a really huge port. And then, of course, there was the icon of the seas back in Miami. She beat us. Just by a little bit. But it sure was fun to see her all lit up as well. And then we were able to see other ships that were in the port of Miami. And the skyline of Miami itself. It was just beautiful. So, if you're on a cruise and want to get some beautiful views of lights and ships coming into port, try to get up a little early before you dock. I know it's hard, but it was really worth it. Waking up. We had an awesome cruise on the MSC Magnifica. And watch for next week's video as we talk about our likes and our dislikes of this cruise. If you liked this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate it. It really helps us out. Thanks so much, and God bless.